People of Walton, this is your mayor, John Ward. Now, I want to take a moment to thank y'all for your patience, resolve in these most challenging times. It's that Southern spirit, it's that Texas grit that gives me full confidence that we'll not only get through this crisis, but come out stronger on the other side. I only wish I could be here to see it. However, folks, I regret to announce that today I'll be moving my office to a secure spot outside the city limits. Now, no need to go assuming the worst. All right. This move is strictly to facilitate better coordination with our boys in uniform, who are at this very moment putting together a surefire plan to retake our city and eradicate the... Huh? Let's get waiting. They're where? Excuse me. So just, hold tight, secure your homes, and I assure you...
Hello?
The tide will turn. God bless you. God bless you.
I'm not sure if anyone out there is still listening to this trash, but if you are, know this. Nobody is coming to help you. There's no plan. Look, what they did, it's wrong. It's all wrong. We are trapped. And staying here isn't an option. You have to get out. Escape the city any way you can. Get out now.
Stories of a terrible war that happened across the sky. Heroes fought and died to give us a chance to start over. All that I know from their Earth are the creatures they sent along with us. And here on Arat, every day is a fight to survive. But if anyone can tame this new world, we can.
When I first announced Prologue, one of the things I'm talking about today, this was 3 years ago, and then life happened, and game dev is hard, and it's taken us 3 years to take what we saw as an early breakthrough and an exciting idea, and getting it into a place that we can start sharing it with the broader public and getting their feedback on how to make it into really something interesting. When I started this, I was trying to make a larger open world experience than most people had made, and we tried 100 by 100 kilometers, and we found the way to do that. We essentially reinvented how you create these worlds using machine learning technology, using natural Earth data to generate these worlds from latent space. And that's what our breakthrough was. We discovered terrain and the upresing of terrain within latent space. And Prologue is the kind of culmination of that journey of taking this experiment and this kind of breakthrough tech and forming it into something that we can then use to test and improve this terrain, which will form the basis for the larger worlds I want to create. So we kind of broke our journey into 3 stages. One, we tried to build the ground on which we play or have the experience, the terrain. Second, we try to fill that terrain with lots of interaction when scaling up. And then third, we try to throw a bunch of those players onto the world. But even still, after that, we'll keep adding to Prologue to test out new systems and keep iterating until we're happy that our current engine that we're working on is ready to move over for the next version of the project. Prologue started off as an experiment in Unity, and then we moved over to Unreal about 2 years ago, and the tools in Unreal have really proven to be a solid foundation to test this tech. It allows you to have a new map to play on every time you press play. A large 8x8 map where we have put a simple survival loop, get from one side of the map to the other side of the map with some difficult weather along the way, but the map itself will be unique hopefully every time, and we can generate millions, if not billions of maps using our tech.
Because it's more about the large scale. And again, machine learning is very good at it because it will capture the patterns that we teach it. So if we can actually capture those patterns, then the models will actually do that for ourselves. If we tell them, like, we want mountains in here, then it will actually say, okay, for the mountains, you need to have some specific shapes of the terrain, and then you need to have specific biomes around it. So that will be done for us.
It's not just raining and moody, it's not just an aesthetic thing. It's not just that the player is cold and wet. Suddenly now, oh wait, the environment gets wet, so the terrain becomes slippy, mud forms, rivers can go up. We're thinking of like, what are all the repercussions of that and how can it affect the player's survival?
Pioneer is a unique experiment. The further you delve into the depth of the island, the more the game transforms, transitioning from a role-playing adventure to an intense survival experience. We'd love to tell you more, but unfortunately, we'll have to do it in due time. Their settlements. New communities appear there, as well as new trade routes and conflicts. This is where the main storyline unfolds, and PvE locations are situated. You will start here. This part of Pioneer is an adventure game with minimum MMO elements. We put a lot of efforts in our level design and use the best practices of narrative in dialogues. Moreover, we've created a special game mode where other players cannot interfere with you or your party playing. Oh yes, quests can be completed single-handedly or with friends. You can even have a dialogue with an NPC as a party. Explore the regions and gather info about the world and its mysterious past. Rest in any of the settlements, spending time in bars or playing mini-games. Trade for resources and try to gather as much as you can. Pioneer has progression levels, and after each level up, you get 1 skill point to spend on upgrading your character. This can make playing easier, but without creating builds, you won't have that big of an advantage on the battlefield. Yes, your armor and weapons itself are quite more important. Upgrading and efficiently using your equipment is what actually shows your progress through the game.
Who were you before? Who did you love? What did you believe? It's too late to ask now. We all knew the risks when we ventured out beyond the gates. You helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us. We found hope in each other.
Need help. I'm surrounded. They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
And even if we bought the other survivors just one more day, the sacrifice would be worth it. It would always be worth it. And that helped us find the courage to keep going, to fight on. We needed it the most. I didn't know you well.
My dearest child, this island offers everything you may need in your precious life. Vast forests, roaring rivers, and mountains of rock and ice. You are old enough now to know that for every bit of goodness in this world, an opposing force exists. In the heat of the earth resides a darkness you cannot fathom. Demons as old as time, my child. Do not doubt, even a light like yours can be tempted by the dark. You must always choose good. And that I know you will. Sepe, be resilient, be resourceful. Be brave, my son. Stay in the light, with Babu by your side. And may the magic of this island protect.
The dark of the ground. No one knew where we could be found. But all seemed lost and we had to run from Judgment Day and its killing sun. Now it's time to be back in the light. The world of Skynet will have to fight. But the new life one day we'll see, and everywhere our name will be Survivors.
It's been 50 long years. Every day remains a struggle for our people. Every step forward is paid in blood.
That's no reason to give up. You know that better than anyone.
But I have you. How many others have a goddess looking after them?
Not everyone is as special as you are, my dear Simeon. Even so, they are not alone. They have each other's back when it matters. I have seen them chase their dreams. I have watched them grow. At every turn, they surprise me with their adaptability, their resilience, and their grit.
You know the dangers they face. Only the exceptional can overcome those odds.
No, darling. Even ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Look how far our world has expanded. All because they chose to venture into the unknown. Don't hold their hand. Just open the door, and they'll do the rest.
Are dark, and the woods lie deep, and the woods are home to summers don't sleep. So sit thee down and hear me tell of the woods that stand on Casterfell.
Begin as a nameless prisoner. Sculpt your appearance, choose your background, and then crash into the planet. You are abandoned and alone. Hunted by sandworms. Scorched by the unforgiving sun. Ravaged by sunstroke. Stick to the shade. Chase the moving shadows. Survive. Welcome to Arrakis, the most dangerous planet in the universe. Meet hundreds of other players in the vast online world. Befriend or betray those you meet. Form a wary alliance, in this case, a spit dart rifle and a still suit, for your help taking down territorial deserters. Working with others will always increase your chance of staying alive. The Deserter Base. Climb to a vantage point and prepare for violence. Your choice of weapons and abilities determines your strategy. Swordmasters lead the charge into battle, literally. Repel ranged attacks with a shield, and then take them out, one by one. Deploy the Hunter-Seeker and kill from the shadows. Take what you can from the Fallen. On Arrakis, nothing of value is wasted. Mine, harvest, and gather with your group to build bases and unlock more advanced equipment, like the Blood Purifier. Refine the blood you collected from your enemies to extract drinkable water.
Really spectacular, spared no expense. For this place, I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real.
Can anyone hear me? This is Dr. Maya Joshi. I've been left behind on Isla Nubla. Is anyone there?